class. Today I'm going to make the PowerPoint and share the vocabulary and some of the out of class work with the YouTube video. And we're going to start on Unit 7. We're going to go on page 74 and 75. And this is about personality. Okay, the first part here, this is on page 74. I'll just go over some of the vocabulary words on this page. The first word for pronunciation is psychology. If you don't know this word, please look it up. Psychology means the way you think. Okay, and we'll look at some of these words down here. This is attention getting, angry, hospital room, tired, least appealing. Okay, so what these words mean, attention getting is something that makes you look or listen. Okay, so this guy, right, listen to me. Okay, or if you know this movie from The Matrix, is there anything attention getting here? Not really, but in this scene, there's that woman in the red dress, and yes, she has our attention, right? She looks different. Okay, angry, hospital room. Here's a picture of a hospital room. If you're tired, it's that. Least appealing, okay? So the first word here is least. Remember, you have most and you have least, which has the most stars in it. That's letter D here, okay? So C has the least stars. So least has to do with number. So least appealing is something that doesn't look good or something you don't want. This would be the lowest. So if we talk about fruit, if we have this durian here, we have a watermelon here, we have strawberries here, which one would be the least appealing? Okay, I think most people would say durian. Okay, so this is the least appealing of these three fruits up here. Okay, so that is the end of the vocabulary section. There we go. Okay, we'll go over this in class. Okay, so let's skip ahead to Unit 1. 7.1, page 76 and 77. We're going to talk about gerunds and infinitives on this page. So we're on this page in the book, if you're following along. So the grammar point here are gerunds and infinitives. Gerunds and infinitives come from verb forms, but functions as nouns in a sentence, often as direct objects. Okay, so a noun is like a person, a place, a thing, an idea. Okay, so a gerund is an ing form of a verb. She enjoys painting. Here, painting is like a thing. It's something that you do. Okay, infinitive is to in a base form, to paint. He wants to paint the kitchen yellow. Now, you'll notice here we have the gerund is ing. We use a gerund after the following verbs and expressions: avoid, discuss, dislike, don't mind, enjoy, feel like, practice, quit, suggest. So we have enjoy here. She enjoys painting. Infinitive is to in the base form, to paint. We use an infinitive after the following verbs and expressions: agree, be sure, choose, decide, expect, hope, learn, need, plan, seem, want, wish, would like. He wants to paint. Okay, so after these words, we use to in the verb. These down here can be followed by either a gerund or an infinitive. So you could say begin painting. You could say begin to paint. That's okay. You could say hate painting, hate to paint. Both of those are fine. So here are some examples, and this is just a gerund. Run is running, jump is jumping, swim swimming, call calling, talk talking, listen, listening, drink, drinking. Okay, so here are some examples, and I'll just read through them one time. These are all the words from this box up here. I avoid running in the rain. I disgust watching the movie with my friends. I dislike eating strange food. He doesn't mind waiting for his girlfriend. I enjoy dancing. I practice playing the guitar every day. I quit smoking last month. I suggest studying for the test. I feel like running in the morning. Okay, so we can say these we use ing. We don't say I avoid to run in the rain. That's a little strange. Don't do that. I enjoy to dance. That's strange. Okay, I enjoy dancing is good. We can use these. So I feel like running in the morning. You can use a negative. I don't feel like running in the morning. We can use different forms of verbs. I have been feeling like running in the morning recently. So you can see this here stays the same. I don't feel well today, but I think I will feel like running in the morning tomorrow. So you can change the time, but this still stays the same, right? Feel like running. Suggest running. Okay. When we use the infinitives, run to run, jump to jump, swim to swim, call to call, talk to talk, listen to listen, drink to drink. Okay, I agree to do my homework. They are sure to win the game. I decided to buy a new car. The teacher expects the students to listen. Okay, so we sometimes you can put something in here like another noun. I hope to win the race. I learned to play the guitar when I was young. I need to learn more about my health. I seem to be forgetting many things. Murray wants to wash the dishes because she doesn't like cooking. He wishes to have more free time. I would like to be rich. I plan to go to the concert next week. He will choose to go to McDonald's for lunch. So all of these verbs, these are all in the box on page 76. We only use the infinitive. And again, you can change the time. I learned, so there's a past tense, to play the guitar when I was young. I will learn to play the guitar next month. I learned to play the guitar every Thursday. So, learned, will learn, learn. You could say, I am learning to play the guitar every Thursday. That's okay too. So, even if this changes, this can stay the same. Okay, these are with infinitives and gerunds. Here's some examples, right? I begin to do my job at 8 o'clock every day. I begin doing my job. Okay, both of these are okay. They can't stand to eat durian. They can't stand eating durian. I will continue to play basketball. I will continue playing basketball, blah, blah, blah. The teacher hates to tell the students to listen in class. The teacher hates telling the students to listen in class. Both of these are okay. Marie likes to clean her room. Marie likes cleaning her room. He loves to watch movies. He loves watching movies. I prefer to be rich rather than poor. I prefer being rich rather than poor. I start to get ready for school at 7 o'clock. I start getting ready for school at 7 o'clock. With these verbs, you can use either a gerund or an infinitive. Okay, that brings us to the homework. So go on. This is for 20 points. I'm going to check to see if it's finished or not finished next time in class. And this is on page 76. This is part A. Okay, complete this suggestion for ways to make new friends using the verbs plus gerunds or infinitives. Plus gerund or infinitive direct objects. Use the grammar box above on page 76. Okay, so now is the time to go to lesson 2. That's the end of this lesson. Lesson 2. Okay, so on page 78, and 79, we're over here on this page. We're going to talk about, the goal is how to cheer someone up. Okay, so we're starting on this page. Here, we're using gerunds as objects of prepositions. Here we're only working with gerunds, ing. And prepositions are words like of, with, and to. I underlined them all here. We have about, of, with, about, for, in, to, and about. There are many more prepositions, but we're just talking about these few examples. Okay, so prepositions in this book: about, of, with, for, in, and to. Okay, so these are adjectives followed by gerunds: angry about, excited about, depressed about, happy about, sad about, afraid of, sick of, tired of. You could also say sick and tired of, bored with, crazy about. Okay. Verbs of, so in the examples here, I am afraid of flying. So afraid of is an adjective. She's bored with cooking. Bored is an adjective. Bored with, okay? Down here, it's almost the same thing. These are just verbs. It's a slight difference. Complain about, talk about, worry about, think about, apologize for, believe in, and object to. So the example here, she objects to discussing her feelings. Same thing, always using a gerund here in the ing form. Okay, so on page 78, a gerund is an ing form, can function as an object of a preposition. I'm happy about going to bed. I'm bored with watching movies. I believe in eating healthy food. Okay, those are good, but this is bad. I'm happy about to go to bed. I'm bored with to watch movies. I believe in to eat healthy food. These are wrong. Don't use the infinitive. Okay, you can also make some questions. How about going to a movie? How about leaving work early? Okay, those are okay too. Okay, just look for these prepositions. Okay, some questions. What about eating sushi for lunch? What do you think about going to the game? You can see here, we didn't just say what about, what do you think about? That's still what about. How about taking a walk? That's a simple one. How do you feel about meeting Mark for a movie? So still the same thing, but a little more high level. Okay, so here's your homework for 20 points. This is on page 78 and page 79, part A. We have two people, Ted and Nicole. Please look at the words down here. Tell, have to, work, fly. Okay, and look at read the whole sentence, right? He believes what? What's the preposition we should put? He believes about, he believes to. Okay, look at the box up here and do some practice. He never complains of, he never complains with. Okay, look at the words. Same thing over here, right? Here's the verb, doesn't object something. She's bored, something be. Okay, so that's 20 points. I'll check that in class. Next time, use this box here. Okay, time to go to lesson 3. That's the end of this video section. That's in class. Okay, part 3. This is on page 80 and 81 in the book. This is the vocabulary. Whoops. Okay, so the vocabulary on this page, behavior is what a person does. This is a hard thing to say, so I just put the Chinese meaning here. Introvert versus extrovert. Here's just a couple pictures to give you an idea. This is an introvert. This is a person who spends a lot of time, maybe they're quiet, and they think about things in their mind. An extrovert is a person, they spend a lot of time on the outside talking with other people. Um, Here's just another more simple picture: introvert, extrovert. Okay, here is, for talking about personality, here's an easygoing personality, right? Nice, relaxed. An anxious personality, could also say nervous. It's a very close, similar meaning. Environment, this is the place where you live. Could be a city, could be a country, could be very nice, could be very bad. Um, all sorts of different things, right? The city, the country. Um, Culture is, well, here's some pictures of different cultures around the world, okay? Um, uh, Culture is a word that kind of means everything. It could mean your gender, if you're a man or a woman, uh, and nowadays we call it non-binary. Some people say that your age, your race, um, which is kind of like the color of your skin, education, your religion. All of these things are part, and more, are part of your culture. Genes, genes, genetics, or DNA. We're talking about this thing here. Nature and nurture. Here's a little picture. We talk about something that comes from nature as something is from your DNA. Okay, something is nurture. It's how people help you. Okay, what did your teachers teach you? What did your parents teach you? That's nurture. Okay, psychologist is a person here. A lot of times we do some talking uh, about talking about someone's mind. Scientist, these are all scientists. Uh, a fact, uh, a fact versus an opinion. A fact is something that is real. Opinions is something that can change. The sky is blue. Do you think that is a fact or an opinion? The sky is blue. That is a fact. Okay. The sky is beautiful. Is that a fact or an opinion? That would be an opinion, right? Okay. Traits are something we get from our parents, right? We're talking, if you understand what this means, if you have blue eyes, you get that from your mother and father. Spectrum, it's things that are the same, but they change a little bit. So all of these here are colors, but they're on a spectrum of color. Okay, and this is the section that we're going to read in class. Okay, so the homework here, this is for 10 points. This is on page 80. Okay, this is page 80, and down at the bottom, there's a section here. We have genes, environment, emotions, the nature school of thought, the nurture school of thought, personality. Okay, I suggest reading through this first and then match these up with the answers. Okay, in class, I'll just check to see if you're finished. Okay, time to go to lesson 4. Oh, there is no lesson 4. That is the end of the PowerPoint here. So, thank you very much. That's the end of this PowerPoint. See you in class. Make sure you do your homework.